All right, so we are, yeah, it works. Okay, we're dividing 4x cubed minus 28x minus 7 by x minus 3, so I have it set up. In what I was dividing, I was missing x squared, so I put in the 0x squared, the placeholder. All right, so I'm going to start with, kind of disregard the minus 3 for a second. I'm just going to start with my first term on the outside, first term on the inside. I'm going to think, what do I multiply x by that gives me 4x cubed? What would I multiply x by that gave me 4x cubed? 4x squared, right? If I multiply x times 4x squared, I should get 4x cubed. So the first value I have is 4x squared. Just like in long division, I'm going to take that number and I'm going to multiply it or distribute it to everything on the outside of my little division house. So 4x squared times x gives me 4x cubed. 4x squared times negative 3 gives me negative 12x squared. Just like in regular long division now, I'm going to subtract that whole thing. Now be careful, I put it in parentheses with my minus sign on the outside because I want to subtract off the entire thing. So I'm going to do 4x cubed minus 4x cubed, which is 0. That should happen with your first term every time. 0x squared minus negative 12x squared should be positive 12x squared. And now I'll bring down my next term, so minus 28x. And just like in regular long division, the process will repeat. I'm going to take first term on the outside. What would I multiply x by that gave me 12x squared? 12x. So I'm going to put plus 12x and do the same thing. I'm going to multiply that 12x times everything on the outside of the parentheses, or on the outside of the division sign. So 12x times x gives me 12x squared. 12x times negative 3 gives me negative 36x. Again, just like in regular long division, I want to subtract. So I'm going to put that in parentheses, minus sign on the outside, and subtract. 12x squared minus 12x squared gives me 0, as it should every single time. Negative 28x minus negative 36x. Negative 28x minus negative 36x. This minus and this negative become a positive, so I have negative 28x plus 36x, which should give me positive 8x. And now I'll bring down my next term, minus 7. So last thing, what do I multiply x by that gives me 8x? And it should be 8, so plus 8. So 8 times x gives me 8x. 8 times negative 3 gives me negative 24. Parentheses, subtract the whole thing off. 8x minus 8x is 0, as it should be. Negative 7 minus negative 24. Again, the minus and the negative become positive, so negative 7 plus 24 should be positive 17. Now, 17 is just a plain number. I was dividing by x, right? So this is one step down, right? If I had x squared here, then the last thing I should have would be maybe a plain x, right? One step down. That's how I know when I have my remainder. Okay, so this is my remainder. So the way that I'll write my final answer will be plus, every time just makes it easier, even if this is negative, plus whatever this is, so in this case I just have 17 over what I was dividing by, x minus 3. And there's my answer.